r/AskReddit. What's a dark secret/questionable practice in your profession which we regular folks would know nothing about? There is a problem in substance abuse treatment in the United States called body brokering. Substance abuse treatment can be very expensive and insurance companies pay a lot of money for a patient to be there. Treatment centers will hire body brokers to find addicts with the best, highest paying insurance and entice them to check into the specific center. The treatment center then gives the broker a commission from the insurance money. This can go as far as body brokers literally putting more drugs into the hands of some addicts before they come in. BC the higher level of drugs in your system upon admit, the more and longer the insurance company will pay to the treatment center. Brokers will also hire other addicts in a pyramid scheme type way to check into the treatment center, make friends with the other patients, and upon discharge encourage relapse so they come back to treatment. I think this one wins for the most fricked up. The entire recovery industry is super fricked up right now. Most inpatient rehabs are complete bullshit but will charge $50,000 for people to stay there for 30 days. A lot of the therapists and people working there usually have good intentions, but the business itself can be extremely shady. Pretty much all the high-end handmade in Australia jewelry in Australia is made at a secret factory in Bali. All the clients have to show an established business and sign confidentiality agreements. What's an example of this sort of jewelry? Think $250,000 USA money handmade in Australia black opal rings. Opals from Australia are one of the main ones. I don't think this is necessarily dark or questionable, but I feel like it would be frowned upon. Also, sorry for any mistakes, I'm on mobile. I work at a bookstore, major chain, and sometimes we have these things called strips. Basically, it's a book that the publisher wants off the shelves but doesn't want to take back. So we tear, or strip, off the front cover, log the cover, and throw the rest of the book away. And it's just not underground books either. I've seen it happen to popular books that we simply just have way too much of. Sometimes employees can take the coverless book home, but most of them just get tossed. One time, I took over $1,000 worth of study aid, Think Act, SAT, AP, etc., books that were gonna be tossed and donated them to my HS teacher that I still talk to. It's sad to think these books can still benefit people but we can't do much about it. Worked for Joann's Fabric, we did the same with our magazines. Publishers just wanted the covers mailed back to verify we didn't sell them versus stolen. I'd let my employees take the rest of the magazines and any of the crafts included with them. Occasionally if I had a number of a few I'd donate boxes of them to a camp I used to work for. Have you ever started filling out a form for a quote on something, insurance website, or literally anything, and then changed your mind and said nah, I don't want to give them my personal information, and then abandoned the form before pressing submit? If you think that stopped them from getting your personal information, it didn't. Most companies looking to capture leads will capture your info in real time as you enter it into a form. The submit button is just there to move you to the next step, not to actually send your information to the company. Yep. I filled out applications for jobs, and decided I didn't want to finish/work there. Never hit next, never hit submit, although I clicked on a button on the previous page which sent me to the next page which was in a new window, and had my phone number, name, and address. I get an email finish your application. The following hours. Whoop-de-doo, I got a call the next few days later about the job I applied for. Yeah, no. I declined it. It was Chick-fil-A for anyone wondering. Customs broker here. Every day hundreds of thousands of containers and air shipments arrive into United States territory. The volume of customs entries entered every day is staggering. When we get licensed to be a customs broker we are trained and tested not just on knowledge, but ethics. We even take a pledge to partner with CBP to uphold the law, and cooperate with them should we come across anything suspicious. Why so much emphasis on this? Customs can't actually screen everything coming in. I'm oversimplifying but CBP basically works on the honor system. You file an entry saying what the shipment is, and they just take your word for it and release it. This happens hundreds of thousands of times a day. Maybe at best customs can screen 3 to 7% of what's coming in, the rest of just wave through. Former British customs officer here, can confirm. The amount of international trade is staggering and no government is able to do a 100% inspection on all the freight that arrives. So we rely on past history, shady customs brokers included LOL, Intel, etc. to target our efforts. And no, I'm not going to divulge anything more, so don't bother asking. So, yeah, smuggling happens, whether that's goods, drugs or people. But when we do find something, expect the world to drop on your head. Government wants its revenue, boys and girls, and it doesn't like being cheated of them. Or finding 30+ dead people in a shipping container. At all. You know the people who write instruction manuals or user guides and things you buy? Half the time, they've never even seen or touched the product. Some dude just sends us pictures, a rough description of how it's supposed to work, and that's it. ETA, wow, this took off. To all the IT dudes of Reddit. I actually browse the brand-specific subreddits to figure out what to add to my user guides because that's how little info my company provides me. Thanks for making my life easier. Instruction manual writer here, although for software. You know how there are always frequently asked questions? I have no idea what's frequently asked. I make all of them up. I hate you for it, but I would do the exact same thing. Not currently my profession, but ghostwriters in fiction. John Grisham, Danielle Steele, James Patterson, Janet Ivanovich, etc. All those big names with a neat bestseller every year use ghostwriters who are never credited or mentioned. It's barely even a secret. Ivanovich and Patterson don't need ghostwriters, every book is the exact same format. It's annoying. I work on a popular teen TV show. All the lead actors do cocaine regularly and they often come to set high or show up to set late because they chose to party on a Monday night. People always complain that Disney, an example, always hires old as fuck people for their roles. I mean, would you hire a teenager for a show that might either have a pilot in one season or maybe run for years if it's successful? I mean, would you really? You don't remember when you were a teenager all the stupid shit you did? Now add fame and income. If it has to be accessed regularly in an IT setting, it's not secure. Not unless you're in an industry that actually polices it. Yes, people are dumb enough to pick up USB thumb drives they find on the ground. The nicer and newer it is, the more likely it'll get plugged in. Also, if you're looking to verify the security of your vendors, don't announce your visit. Auditing 101, surprise motherfricker. Sometimes we lick artifacts to quickly determine if they are bone or pottery. Bone sticks, pottery doesn't. And then tap them on our teeth to determine if they are pottery or a rock. Rock will hurt, pottery won't. Archaeology. WTF, licking old bones. Sometimes librarians read the new books before registering them in the catalog for the public. Evil laughter. Edit, wow. I did not expect to get so many upvotes and comments for something I wrote randomly at lunch. But very much appreciated. Thank you, and thank you for the awards. That's the most adorable evil thing. Air traffic control, cue the Breaking Bad jokes. A diagnosis of virtually any mental illness, and a diagnosis of many physical conditions, is disqualifying and will end your career. For that reason, people avoid doctors like the plague. It's like that in reactor department in the US Navy, too. Undiagnosed and untreated mental illness? If it's not in your medical record, it doesn't officially exist and therefore is not a problem. Get treatment for your mental health problems? Now you're not allowed to do anything related to nuclear power anymore, and everyone hates you for not pulling your weight. That's why I didn't re-enlist. Young kids talk to their teachers/coaches/counselors/principals about their parents. A lot. And kids pick up on all the dirty little secrets. 6 Yo, I have 2 daddies. Me, that's lovely, darling. Now let's play some piano. 6 Yo, one of my daddies goes on long business trips and then mommy and I go live with my other daddy while he's gone. Me, oh. Let's play some piano. I work in logistics/trucking/rail/ocean/air freight. Everyone lies about everything, all the time. Logistics is similar to waiting on your drug dealer. I'll be there in 5 minutes. What? The video is already over? Have no fear, more videos can be found on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might receive a cookie.